the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, what's up, though? I hit him. That's how we roll. Can they both? I hit him. And they both broke.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly had taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to work. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And that's definitely the way to get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
Again, it's Vidal. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On the give, it's Vidal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's second and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone. Has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And able to take it past the 25 and back to the 28-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Motion into the backfield. They'll fake the end around and look to throw it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Prescott yet again. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
But I think this one will arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit in anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. And their defense got in the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
At the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and he leads with 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Williams will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Able to slither by. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball reaches your hands.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and a couple. On the ground, it's Vidal. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back. They like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Running game working, with a stick with it on first down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. In motion right is Johnston. Herbert now. Right side, he has Johnston. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll line up a first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. This kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
They'll run with Vidal. Spin it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kamani Vidal. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have retaken the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 10.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's Prescott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the Halftime Report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Gets past one man. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Throwing, Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's 3rd and 7. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us and praise a defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He's got room past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion, the tight end. A run, here's Vidal. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Chargers, first down.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Touchdown, LA! Len McConkey, 39 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Dicker down, attack on the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Chargers 17.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help.
It's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, it was a little bit of a hole, but closer quickly at the end. From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Screen play set up for Williams. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll throw again. Prescott. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
Aubrey now for the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Brandon operating.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Herbert. This one finds McConkey. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Vidal. And running room scarce here. He's got to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. A gain of 21 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
On 3rd down, Vidal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And they can't bring him down. Well, a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chargers' 49-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Here's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Brings up second.
2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Pickens on the slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the program, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Probably you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here comes 2nd down. Now Dak. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't give it to him. It's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? As another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
So this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd down. Herbert going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert to throw. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Herbert. Short throw to Disley. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll try the left side. Vidal. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.